A deepfake is just a piece of media that makes a person do or say something that never happened,
and then you superimpose it onto a star's body, and then you jack off to it. That's what a deepfake is to me.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
I feel like I could tell this one's AI, but imagine your fucking grandma watching this. She'd be f***ed, bro.
Sometimes the deepfake isn't even of a real person. The YouTuber Pleasant Green made a video about a trend of old people selling you handcrafted products.
I've seen this, dude. I'm like, get the f*** out of here. It's a good thing I hate all older people because of the way they vote, you know?
Think about scam callers. Previously, they needed a big call center. Those same companies can replace their workers with 10 times as many AI callers.
Damn. AI is killing jobs. I really wish I could hear Vishnu talk to me again. I was too hard on him.
Have you seen this video?
It's probably a real person. It might not be Tim Waltz. The fuck Trump is AI generated.
No, he slaps his ass.
I mean, that is hilarious.
Oh, it's definitely him.
That's what sold it for him. He slapped his ass. I've never even heard of the concept of AI in my entire life. I am literally f***ing mentally deficient. I have a TBI. I'm Joe Rogan. All right, guys, this looks interesting from CoffeeZilla. Investigating AI deepfakes. We love this. Look at how sassy Trump looks. He looks almost likable. Am I right?
Today we're investigating
AI deepfakes.
Whoa, guys. Do you think that I got AI deepfaked by Mr. Beast when he reached out to me a couple months ago and asked for my phone number? And I said to him, wow, your candy was a really big hit at my mother-in-law's house. Because it was. The kids loved it. And then I sent him my phone number, and then I got anxious and nervous and then unsent my phone number. And then I talked to my wife, and she's like, why are you being weird? So I resent my phone number, and then he ghosted me. Do you think do you think it wasn't Mr. Beast? Or do you think it was actually him or no, you know? Just to be clear, I also unsent him my number again because he ghosted me for like a few days and I got even more embarrassed. So yeah, there you go. He does follow me. It is actually him. I'm not gonna show you the DMs, but it is actually him. Isn't that crazy? How fucking cringe do you have to be? Holy moly.
For the scams, propaganda,
And harassment that they enable.
Pretty spooky, right? Now,
I am definitely spooked. I don't think you can say that anymore.
I tried to make this video 4 years ago, but I failed because it was too difficult to even demonstrate the technology.
Yeah, 4 years ago. Now it's insane, dude. It's actually crazy. It's ridiculous, dude.
But today, anyone can be deepfaked, even the internet detective. Hi, everybody. This is CoffeeZilla, and I don't usually do videos like this, but
Is this a deepfake? Isn't there a difference between a deepfake and like AI? I know this is weird. Maybe I have a limited understanding, but like deepfakes to me are when you take like a girl's face and then you superimpose it onto a porn star's body and then you jack off to it. That's what a deepfake is to me. AI, my understanding is like it rummages through the internet and it collects a bunch. Sorry, I couldn't keep that with the other. It rummages through the internet and it collects a bunch of different things. And then it like creates a video by stealing everyone else's in the internet's asset. You know what I mean? Aren't those two different things? Or am I being too hyper specific or how does that work? Okay.
the crypto market is going through a major crash. Now, let me stop me right there. I can't believe I used to trust that guy. But truthfully, nobody is really safe from this tech. Mr. Beast, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Joe Rogan, Lex Fridman, The Rock, John Cena, they've all been deepfaked. And
John Cena is better than The Rock. I think that we can all establish that as like an objective fact. I think that that's a fact, right? We can all come to terms with that. Like, The Rock is cool, but I don't know, there's something that comes off about him that's just not as, I don't know, he's like inorganic now. I just can't get on board. But my boy John Cena, I mean, just fucking perfect. I don't know what to tell you.
it's not just for scams, viral videos, news reports. The White House has even shared deepfakes. And today,
True.
I want to investigate all of it so we can finally learn what's real and what's fake.
Deeply fake. Do you get it? Or no? This is a lot of energy going on. Holy moly. That's pretty cool, though. I'm not going to lie.
All right, before we can investigate deepfakes, let's break down what they are. A deepfake is just a piece of media that makes a person do or say something that never happened using deep learning. Hence the word deepfake. The technology has been around.
That's what it used to look like. I remember seeing that, and I don't think anybody was like, "Oh, that's going to be a threat in the future." I don't think a single person was ever going to be or feel threatened by something like that. And then look where the fuck we are now, man. Look where the fuck we are now. Holy shit.
Around since 2017, but it started going viral with this.
I'm gonna show you some magic.
Really? I've never seen this before in my fucking life.
It's the real thing.
Except, of course,
You creepy motherfucker.
it's not the real thing. That's not Tom Cruise. It's Miles Fisher, and he's the co-founder of Metaphysic AI, and he deepfaked himself several times, fooling almost everyone.
Did Tom Cruise not like sue the fuck out of this guy, or what the fuck's going on with that?
If you made a chart of realism from 0 to 100, this felt like a 90, and I was worried about how it could be abused with scams, especially as they put in more effort, time, and money.
Yeah, especially if you're fucking dumb. Actually, it gets harder and harder to tell. Like, let's be fucking real, man. Like, it's easy to make fun of people for falling for it. To be like, oh, you're probably old. Stupid. You know, but now they're getting harder and harder to tell, dude. It's I don't even know. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this might be AI. I probably just overestimate that things are AI. But I feel like you gotta be safe, dude.
To push the realism. And that
I saw there was one dude, this was actually fucked up. I saw a video where a guy was talking about how they used AI to capture like his sister's voice. And then they made it seem like she was in a hostage situation and they were trying to extort money out of the guy. And it was just fucking insane, dude. I don't know. It's fucking wild. The shit they could do it's scary.
That's why I reached out to Metaphysic AI in 2022 to collaborate, and they agreed to deepfake me so I could warn people. But unfortunately, that's when I hit a roadblock because I learned about the incredibly complicated technology behind deep.
They let you? I'm surprised that they did that. What is it like? That's what they should do. They should do like cigarettes, like a warning on the label. Some kind of scam warning if they're gonna keep this bullshit in fucking play, you know?
Tom Cruise. I would need multiple broadcast cameras, lights. I had to read a special script, and that's just to get the model trained. Then you have to act, and for a variety of reasons, I wasn't able to finish the video. The magic of Deep Tom Cruise was that they made a very complicated process just look really easy. But ultimately, I'm glad I didn't finish that video because I was about to warn the world about this kind of hyper-realistic deepfake.
Is it that hard anymore? I feel like you can do this like with much greater ease now.
And that's kind of what the world already is worried about, right? Because it captures our imagination. We can all imagine a world where this is the norm, that you
Was that Will Smith looking like his terrible son?
captures our imagination. We can all
Was that Cuck Smith
imagine a world
looking like his asshole son?
where this is the norm, that you really can't tell what's real or fake. And that's why every few years, a hyper-real deepfake celebrity goes viral, because it's a step towards that fear.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying.
See, I can kind of tell that this one's AI. I feel like I could tell this one's AI. Right? I think the rest of us can too. There's something like a little off about it. But imagine your fucking grandma watching this. Like, damn, she'd be fucked, bro. And she's probably old and doesn't look very good, so.
Saying anything at any point in time, like Jordan Peele.
But today I'm convinced there's a bigger risk, something that I spent very little time worrying about, which is actually the dumb deepfakes, the slop deepfakes, the
What the fuck? You dove off the top rope just to get that fucking dog.
obviously bad ones that were made on consumer apps. The kind of deepfakes you don't need professional equipment for or a Hollywood team for. Early on, most people and myself just disregarded them because it just seemed like they were obviously fake. But the threat I didn't see coming was that curve we saw earlier flattening.
Well, you have to understand that people are dumb. And they'll fall for it. You know, and some of them look real, like that whole dog video. It for a second like looks real, so you look at it. But once you see how preposterous it is, you're like, oh, this isn't real. You know, like your mom and dad are not educated on this stuff.
And the low-effort deepfakes starting to get realistic enough to fool enough people. And that makes them far more dangerous than Deep Tom Cruise could ever be. Because unlike him, anyone can make slop deepfakes easily and at scale. And of course, that's exactly what happened in 2025. Literally the year of slop. That's when we
love slop, baby.
all saw a tidal wave of content, and it's not a surprise why.
dude. This is fucking crazy. I love my mother-in-law. This is the type of content that she fucking consumes on a daily basis, dude. She consumes AI fucking softcore porn. But she's like, I've never watched porn before. And she's probably sitting there fucking rubbing her thighs together watching watching shit like this. She's like, I never watched porn. And she's just like fucking like shimmying in her seat. It's like, come on, guys. You know, just because you're watching not completely naked TikToks, AI deepfake TikToks, or reading a book doesn't mean it's not porn. Okay, this is called the theory of pornographic relativism. Relativism? What the fuck? Let's just do this real quick. Relativism. I think I got it. Guys.
We are looking at it. It's correct, but say it. Relativism.
Relative. Got it. All right. Point is that guys are horny and guys are degenerates. So I would say that for a guy, the average gooning experience is like, you know, I don't really know because I can't. I'm so above average in the worst way. I'm such a degenerate. But let's say it's just a girl with, her boobs out. She's a girl. She's naked. Maybe she's doing, she's twerking. She's throwing it back. You know what I mean? That is comparable to a woman looking at a guy in a bathing suit with a bulge. Right? I understand that it is less than, but this is a comparative type of a situation. It's like if you're lactose intolerant, the amount of milk I need to consume to have diarrhea is like a half of a gallon. But I can get there. I could have diarrhea from milk. If you're lactose intolerant, it might only take you a half a cup to have diarrhea. But you understand that you still got diarrhea from the milk. This is what we're talking about. This is the diarrhea milk porn theory. And you guys need to think about it. It's something to think about.
Is why AI tools had gotten cheap enough, easy enough, and just good enough to flood social media. And unfortunately, I think deepfakes are experiencing the same phenomenon.
Damn.
Just think about the difference between the two approaches. 4 years ago, I was set to collaborate with a world-leading deepfake company. I would need their help, their specialized technology, a custom training set, and a huge amount of data. But
wow, they invested so much into something that it became so irrelevant.
Today, I deepfaked the intro you saw in the beginning with two $20 subscriptions.
That's crazy.
By myself. I used the likeness of 3 presidents, the world's richest man, the world's most popular YouTuber and podcaster, and had them all say things they never said. And how long did it take me? 2 days. Mostly because I'd never done it before. And you might say, well, it didn't look...
What is it, like a lot of rendering? Is that what it took 2 days?
...as real as Deep Tom Cruise, and that's absolutely true. But my question...
But it looks real enough to trick a lot of people. I think something that people really need to keep in mind is that, like, listen, I don't think that I'm particularly intelligent, but I'm probably above average intelligent, especially in the United States right now. I mean, holy fuck, our education system is almost too good, some would say. So when you're looking at something and you're like, I wouldn't get tricked by that, you might be right, at least right now. In the future, you might not be right, but right now you might be right. But what you have to understand is, like, your parents aren't as smart as you. And if they are, then that means they failed as a parent, right? Like, we have better education opportunities nowadays, generally speaking. Generally, you should be more intelligent than your parents if they did a good job raising you. And they're just not as aware. And so it'll trick them. And a lot of people are not super duper smart, dude. Let's just be fucking real.
That I'm starting to ask is, does it need to be that real to fool enough people to be dangerous? How good is the average person anyways at telling the difference between AI fakes and the real thing? And this is where I realized I needed an expert's help. So I went to the Discord diner to find answers.
What the fuck is the Discord diner? I like Coffee's a lot, but I will say he's definitely a theater nerd. Okay, he just makes it less cringe.
Tell me your name and what it is you do.
My name is Hani Farid. I'm
He's not even at the diner with you, bro. What the fuck? AI deepfake him into the diner.
a professor here at the University of California, Berkeley, where I specialize in digital forensics, misinformation. The first thing you want to ask yourself about the type of work that I do, which is building computational mathematical techniques to detect fake content, is do you need it? Can your visual system and your auditory system tell? We run...
I mean, right now, I would say sure, but what happens when it can't? That's really the fucking thing. You know, you want to develop these tools good enough so that you want to develop these tools good enough so that you want to develop them now when you can visually say like, oh, that's not real, and the computer just confirms what you're saying, so that once you can't tell, you can trust the computer enough, if that makes sense.
In my lab here at UC Berkeley, perceptual studies where we, for example, have people look at images. Half of them are real, half of them are fake. Hundreds and hundreds of participants, they're barely above chance. Images are through what we call the uncanny valley. They are now indistinguishable.
Yeah, the uncanny valley, I think, is when something is so similar, but not quite human looking, not like perfectly. It actually is more creepy to you. It's like weird. It's like when it's a little bit off.
Now with voices, same thing. Real voices, fake voices, half real, half fake. We published this study just about a year ago, I think, maybe 9 months ago. Also barely above chance. With video is interesting. So video is, we are doing this literally as we speak. We have a paper under review right now. I would say it's a little bit better than images, a little bit better than audio. Your accuracy, where chance is 50%, is about 70%, give or take. So slightly above chance. But again, in the best possible situation, in a lab setting where we're telling you what to do, they're not emotional videos, they're not partisanship, you don't have a prior belief, I would say...
Well, you're also looking for it. I'm assuming that these people are in there looking for it as well. If you're on, like, you're not, I mean, nowadays, I'm kind of looking for it when I watch. But if you're not explicitly looking for AI deepfakes, then, you're not, like, as aware of it. Right? You don't have your guard up. If you walk around with your guard down, someone can hit you, okay? But if you're walking around with your guard up, you might be mean mugging everybody that you see, and then people are like a little like, ew, what, this guy's so fat and ugly, and then people don't like you or talk to you, right? So it's one of those things.
Within the next 12 months, full-blown video is going to be over, right? It's over.
Let me repeat that. Most people cannot tell fake audio. They can't tell fake pictures. And in 12 months, they probably...
I don't know if I could do fake audio. Well, I mean, I don't know. See, my reference is fucking TikTok, low effort slop, and you could tell. It sounds very generic, but I wonder about the high effort slop.
We won't be able to tell fake videos. What does this mean for us as a people who are living in a world of media? That is what this investigation is about. We're going to look at the 3 biggest applications of deepfakes in your life, specifically scams, propaganda, and explicit media, starting with scams, where deepfakes are used all of the time to impersonate people.
You know what's really terrible about the propaganda thing, though, is that it almost doesn't necessarily matter. Because even if you release something and, people are like, oh my God, this is AI, or excuse me, they're like, oh my God, this is real. And then like very quickly, let's say like within less than a day, it's identified like, no, that's actually AI. You fell for it. You're a smelly little guy. It doesn't matter. The damage was done. People already still have like that feeling and that emotion in there. And a lot of times they'll just double down on like whatever confirmation bias they have. I mean, like what are you seeing that gets pushed out of AI? You see the White House pushing out AI slop that tries to make like immigrants look bad or something like that. These people are watching it. They think it's real and they already don't like immigrants. So the feeling still carries over into them. And then what happens is even if it gets corrected, they probably aren't seeing it. But even if they see it, they don't care. Like, well, it's true anyway. So it doesn't really matter. It's so unfortunate. Like these propaganda machines, they don't have to be real enough. People will want, but a lot of times people will want to, they'll want to believe what they want to believe. Half the time. That's why there are so many kids out there that give their mother a 15,000th chance after she's been horribly, verbally abusive. They want to believe that she actually loves them, right?
Whether it be a loved one, a celebrity, an influencer like Mr. Beast, they're usually
Mr. Beast
deepfake to sell a worthless product.
If you're watching this video, you're one of the 10,000 lucky people who'll get an iPhone 15 Pro for just $2.
Wow, $2? Well, I'm assuming that they get you to pay $2 and then they have all your credit card information and they fuck you.
Grind product that's all over TikTok. If you go to Amazon and you type in libido booster for men, you're going to find it right at the top.
Whoa.
Or in my case, cryptocurrency.
You guys, become libido booster for men is just sniffing a good armpit. Sniff your wife's armpit, dude. That'll boost your libido.
But it's in moments like these that the best opportunities are born.
Sometimes they're even selling companionship.
We'll get through this together, step by step. You're not alone, and I love you more than words can say.
I've never heard the male version of this. I see the female stuff. I've seen some weird shit where they got like AI girlfriends. I think Elon Musk made one for all the incels on Twitter, so they don't have to actually talk to a girl and learn to humanize women. I think that I wonder if that was, I don't know if that was his explicit goal or anything. It's just very interesting to me.
But the goal every time is to leverage your trust in the deepfaked identity and use it to make money. One of the most common schemes are live streams of President Trump or other famous CEOs.
Dude, so I forget whose page. Somebody stole somebody else's like YouTube page. I don't remember whose page was stolen a while back, and they just did this. I think this is the exact thing I was watching. It was weird as hell.
Deepfaked with a pretty simple scam.
If you want to come out stronger, you need to build your portfolio back up fast. And
so
that
true,
QR code is your gateway. Minimum 0.1 BTC, 1 ETH. You send, you get double.
I don't even know what the fuck they're saying. If I'm gonna keep it real with you.
It's a beautiful thing.
I say that it's a beautiful thing. Is that me?
Yeah, of course, President Trump is not actually going to double your money, and scammers just...
No, he's probably going to cut it in half. Let's be fucking real.
...steal whatever you send. But despite YouTube trying for years to shut this down, they keep popping up. These scammers keep bypassing restrictions all the time, and sadly, YouTube CEO even admits it's getting harder to detect what's real and what's AI generated.
Didn't the YouTube CEO like somewhat recently come out and say, hey, listen, we're just not going to give a fuck about people making AI content on our platform? I could have swore we watched something about that. And I was like, wow, they're a real fuck you to your creators, huh?
Which he said.
You like that my Pokemon are not balancing their levels? I like to, the way I like to play is to like supercharge one Pokemon relentlessly, ridiculously, and in a problematic way.
Is critical for detecting deep fakes. Now, because of this, YouTube in 2026 is rolling out new tools to help creators catch deep fakes. But even those solutions aren't perfect.
My name is Dr. Mikhail Varshavsky.
Hey, I like that guy. I didn't know he had a Jewish name, but I still love him. I love Jewish people.
Better known as Dr. Mike. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician who makes content online focusing on busting health misinformation. We are fortunate enough that we're participating in a beta with the YouTube team on something called the likeness detection tool to potentially flag instances where people are misusing my image, my likeness to say things that I'm not saying.
Have you seen yourself
That's cool. This guy knocked off my amulet coin. What happens to it?
deepfaked in the wild yet?
I am deepfaked in the wild every single day, numerous times a day, and we're trying our best to fight back against that, given certain platforms have tools to fight back against this. But then there are platforms where you have no say, and you just have to be okay with your image being misused.
It's kind of weird, man. It's kind of a weird place, because now we're in a place where we're making all this AI deepfake shit. And we're jacking off to all these girls onto porn stars' bodies, and we're making fake stuff where Trump is selling cryptocurrency, and you're talking to an AI sex bot and all this other stuff, and you're using people's likeness on YouTube, and then they have to develop systems to protect that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, man? It's like if you invented cancer and then you sold the treatment to it. It's kind of fucking crazy. We live in a hell of a world, man. We live in a hell of a world.
Right. Dr. Mike highlights a problem.
Is he Russian? Fuck, bro. I don't even know.
He's in the YouTube detection program, stopping deepfakes. But even if that were perfect, on other platforms, there's just nothing to help him.
And the problem in this space is you're only as good as the lowest common denominator. You can have 9 out of 10 of these platforms doing the right thing, and one of them not, and guess where the bad guy goes?
Well, of course, to the place who allows deepfakes. Now,
yeah, true. But then they still try to like post on other platforms. They don't give a fuck. They just slop post on other platforms. So even if it's like, yeah, I can really centralize myself on this platform, they'll still slop post on everything else. And especially short form platforms,
I should mention, it's not always a real doctor, detective, or Mr. Beast that's being impersonated. Sometimes the deepfake isn't even of a real person, but the scam is some kind of bait and switch. Like when Corridor Digital showed how an AI modeling photo was used to bait and switch people into buying a product that wasn't what they advertised. And this
dude, that's just literally everything on TikTok. It's fucking preposterous. I'm not even kidding, man. You go on there, it's so obviously deep faked. I get so curious though. That's the worst part, is that like I know it's deep faked, I know it's not real, and I want to buy it. I've like considered making a YouTube channel or a fucking short form channel that's just me buying it's just me buying AI shit. Like, AI items or items that use AI to plug them and just see like what they actually, if they're actually good.
This is actually a huge problem in e-commerce. The YouTuber Pleasant Green made a video about a trend of old people selling you handcrafted products.
Yes, I've seen this, dude. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It's a good thing I hate all older people because of the way they vote, you know? I'm just kidding.
Only to find out that all these old artisans are AI generated, and the real owners are selling cheap Chinese knockoffs.
Yeah, of course they are. Duh. You go to AliExpress, bro. You can find all their cheap Chinese, Asian shit on there for cheaper because it's not going through another person, a middleman.
Which look nothing like the product photos. That cute couple selling you hand-knit sweaters,
Whoa.
They don't exist. But even if the primary use of deepfakes is impersonating real or fake people, sometimes it's just to make the scam more efficient or to be safer. Think about scam callers. Previously, they needed a big call center. Sometimes they would get raided. But nowadays, those same companies can replace their workers with 10 times as many AI callers who don't sleep, don't ask for a raise, sound like a human, and most importantly, do not blow the whistle on you.
Damn. We're getting so advanced with AI that we're replacing fucking Asian people. I'm calling you. It is a fucking problem, though. I mean, for that, I don't care about it, but it's a problem. I mean, isn't it so crazy that we went from like call centers being in America to call centers being in other countries because I guess they're cheaper to now like AI just killing the call center? And it's like, damn, I really wish I could hear Vishnu talk to me again. You know what I mean? I was too hard on him. He was a good guy. He was a good guy and let my biases get ahead of me. You know what I mean? It's terrible. It's a terrible fucking thing. But AI is killing jobs.
Making the operation both more scalable and safer to run. As someone who busts scams all the time, by the way, I can tell you, it's usually the ex-wife, coworkers, contractors who unravel the whole thing. But if you need fewer people, your risk goes down. Just look at Checkpoint Research, a cybersecurity firm who recently uncovered malware called VoidLink. It was described as highly modular, advanced with adaptive stealth, resembling the efforts of multiple teams of professionals, they said. Whoa. Now, previously, all of that would be expensive and risky to maintain that headcount. But a few days later, Checkpoint Research discovered most of the code was authored almost entirely.
Vishnu's a god. Well, you know what? We have people in America named Jesus. Jesus. So whatever, dude. It's real. I'm sticking to it.
By artificial intelligence in less than a week, likely under the direction of a single individual. So AI is making sophisticated scamming possible for the first time in history as a solo operator. And it's...
Does it really need to be that sophisticated? I mean, how sophisticated do you have to be to scam an old person?
much safer that way, with the tools for stealing credibility or just completely faking your identity easier than ever. And in the best of times, this would all represent a very serious threat. But we are also in a crime is legal era, making it...
I love that. I love that. Trump's Justice Department to disband a unit investigating crypto fraud. That makes sense. Well, I mean, Trump also passed an executive order where he doesn't want AI to be regulated in any capacity. Like, he's trying to tell states not to try to do some kind of local regulation. He tried to pass an actual bill on it. It wasn't very popular. I mean, this guy, like, Trump does not give a fuck. Trump doesn't care about him. He doesn't care about he doesn't care about his own kids or his grandkids. He doesn't give a fuck. I don't know if he has grandkids. I think he does. He doesn't care about them, because if he did, he'd be like, hey, we have to slow the progress of AI. It doesn't give a singular fuck, dude. It's actually crazy.
Making it hard to believe we're going to put up a fight against deepfake scams, especially when our government actually kind of loves deepfakes. Like, a lot.
Whoa, I can't tell that's fake.
a lot. Which brings us to our next application.
Yeah, it's slot posting. That's what they do.
Propaganda.
And I'll tell you, I'm pretty sure there's more fucking conservative bots, like, actually commenting on things than fucking progressive bots. I'll tell you, like, Twitter is full of just conservative bots shitting their fucking pants.
Which is not new, but deepfakes are kind of...
So, like, they'll put something out there, and then they have bots that are like, this is real. This is actually real. Wait a minute. And then all of a sudden people are like, yeah, this is real. You'd be surprised how if somebody, like, you guys have to understand something. The way that people engage with any type of social media post is they're very comment heavy, right? For YouTube, I don't think people typically like look at comments, but on like TikTok and Twitter and anything else, people look at comments. They look at them a lot. They actually look to them to kind of know how to feel about something. They're like, I don't really know how to feel about this. And they'll look at the comments, and then a lot of times your algorithm tells you the comments or gives you comments that feels like you're going to interact with more. So it'll tell you, like, you'll see something, let's say it's a deep fake of something, and then the comments are like, this is real, you know, and you're like, wow, it is real. And now you've just anchored yourself into the belief that it's real. So even if it's debunked, you're going to have a hard time thinking that it's not real anymore. I genuinely, and this is like a genuine advice, I genuinely try not to open comments anymore and read comments until at least I'm done watching the video to formulate an opinion for myself, because you will not realize at all how influenced you are being, or how much influence you're getting from other people's opinions on something that they watched, like before you've even watched it. And it is not going to be good for you. You should not be trying to look for the public consensus on what something is before you try to formulate your own opinion on it. You should try to formulate your own opinion first and then look at the consensus.
The evolution of it. Now, most people assume propaganda is brainwashing. It's something that only dumb people fall for.
True.
It could never affect me, but the
never me.
effects are much more complicated than you might realize. Take, for instance, these videos of Venezuelans crying tears of joy after their leader was captured.
Is that real, dude?
Oye, el dictador cayó.
Oh my goodness, they finally found.
Finalmente. Estamos libres, estamos libres. Oye.
Is this guy saying textbook? What the fuck's he saying? Oh, biblioteca.
El dictador cayó finalmente. Granadito, hermano, esto es real. Estamos libres. Mira, mira cómo está la gente. ¡Viva Venezuela libre!
Yeah. You know how you can know this one's not real? It's because he's not telling us that he's Dominican, Poppy. You know what I mean?
Gracias, Donald Trump.
We love Trump. Yes.
Viva la libertad.
So
now,
beautiful.
these videos were used as evidence that America's raid on Maduro was actually a great thing, even for the people of Venezuela. But those clips, turns out, are not real. They're, of course, AI-generated propaganda.
Wow. Why would Trump use AI like that? It's so interesting, man, because like even if you're a Trump supporter and you're a big old Trump guy and you're like, I like Trump, I think he's a cool guy or whatever, you should look at that and be like, oh, that's not right. Even if you actually think that the people over there in Venezuela were happy that he went over there, why did Trump have to lie about it? Why does he have to lie about it? That should make you like start to question like this guy's morals. I mean, the pedophilia stuff probably should have made you question it, but if you're not going to care about pedophilia stuff, at least care about the AI deepfake stuff. You know?
And we should ask, what was the goal and effect of those videos? You might think the goal is to convince us that Venezuelans are happy, and that clearly worked because these videos went viral. But what is the effect on people who didn't fall for it, the people who saw it get debunked a day later? I would know. I was one of those people who happened to see a debunk video. And I brought it up with my buddy who we'd been talking about this situation. I asked where he heard Venezuelans liked our overthrow. He responded he was just reading Reddit, no objective data. I said a few fake AI videos were floating, hard to know what's real. He replied, yep, could be bots on Reddit as well. So think about this. Me and my friend are trying to just learn what's true, but we realize there's fake AI videos, could be bots, astroturfing. What's propaganda's effect on us?
That's an interesting question. I also do think that, again, something to keep in mind, people don't interact like this normally. Like I do. I think I do. When I look at stuff, I try to be very suspicious. I have my guard up to see if it's real or not, especially if it's political in nature. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are scrolling and they're doom scrolling on TikTok or Twitter or whatever the fuck, because they don't want to engage mentally in anything that they're doing. They are on there to act like a fucking zombie and decompress for the day. So, you know, most people are just not that actively aware.
I mean, honestly, it's just suspicion of everything.
And this is the real danger here, is that we cognitively check out because we give up.
Yep.
It's just too complicated. We don't know what to believe. We don't know what not to believe. So we're like, all right, it. Just, I give up, right? This is not a good outcome for a democracy. So here's what I can tell you about Venezuela. I must have seen a dozen videos of people celebrating and thanking Trump. Every single one of them was fake.
Where the fuck is the camera in these instances? Like, who's holding the camera here? You know, I know it's fake, but like, who would be holding the camera? Like a fucking giant?
Every single one of them was fake. The answer to these questions are always complicated and nuanced. Was there somebody on some street corner celebrating? 100% I believe that is to be the case, right? But I also think, you know, in this particular case, figuring out what is happening in the world is incredibly complicated. Doing that in moments of military conflict is particularly complicated. And particularly when everybody wants an answer right now.
Yeah, he's right. And
that is true. People want that instant gratification. Like, hey, I need information literally immediately. That one is very true. It's also scary, dude. You got to be fucking super careful trying to get information now. I try to slow my brain down and like engage with stuff like slower, just so that I'm not fucking crazy, you know?
Because everyone wants that answer now, propaganda is happy to step in. But the goal and effect of propaganda isn't just one thing. For some people, obviously, they made up their mind immediately before the facts came in. But for me and others who may have seen that debunk video, the effect was more suspicion. And that's funny because later, if you look at the polling way after the event, it turns out lots of Latin Americans and even Venezuelans were indeed happy about Maduro being removed. It's just that those videos were totally fake and not based on any kind of facts. So I'm not saying deepfake propaganda is always wrong and the opposite is always true.
Well, that's the thing, is that like Trump, you know, and whoever supports him that made those videos, they didn't make it because anything was true or not. They just happened to be correct. They were looking to push a narrative, a feelings-based narrative of like, oh, listen, they probably liked it. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. It wasn't meant to be correct. It was just meant to make you feel a certain way. Now, they might have happened to be correct. I mean, they're still not correct because they AI deepfaked. Just because there's a poll doesn't mean that there were riots in the streets. Like, they were, right? There's a difference between people like, oh, I like this that this happened, versus like, oh, I'm going to go protest how much I loved it. Right? Those are two different things. So even then, the emotions are disproportionate. But they weren't trying to be accurate to anything. They happened to be right in the sense that people were apparently actually happy about it. But they weren't trying to be correct.
But propaganda is always fake, and it makes real facts harder to find. In other words, it doesn't...
I just don't think that we shouldn't give that propaganda a win. It was still wrong to do, and it was still emotionally disproportionate.
Stop people from working to get informed. It just makes people feel like getting informed is too much work. This is honestly well understood in places like Russia, who are more familiar with propaganda, but Westerners are far more naive. They think they could never fall for such cheap tricks.
I mean, 2016, there was huge Russian bot farms trying to rile people up politically. So, like, you know, we are susceptible. It's one of those things where, like, we just think that we're untouchable. And I think that, you remember 9/11? We weren't untouchable. We're not untouchable. So stop thinking that we're untouchable and start realizing that, like, America is not, like, immune to anything.
I am Russian. I grew up in Russia, and when people in the West talk about propaganda, I usually understand the theory they're describing, but emotionally it feels foreign, because what they imagine is very clean, very cinematic. Real propaganda is messer, more boring, more human. For a long time I thought propaganda was something that only worked on people who weren't very smart, and that belief itself is exactly what propaganda relies on.
Is this a real person or is this AI? I'm skeptical now.
Because propaganda doesn't need to make you stupid. It just needs to make you tired. When you live inside it, propaganda doesn't arrive.
I guess they just have to make you not care anymore. You're like, okay, cool.
As an event.
Yeah, cool.
There is no moment where you say, ah yes, now the propaganda has begun. The real version is quieter, more psychological, more human. Propaganda doesn't shout at you until you believe. It talks until you're too tired to care. And that's why it works.
Yeah, he's right.
Like your wife, am I right? I'm just kidding. I love my wife.
Right. And now imagine what...
Sometimes I get a little tired, but I'm sure she gets tired of me too.
What happens when slop deepfakes allow propaganda to be churned out at scale. To be clear, this isn't something that's going to happen in the future. It's already happening. Deepfakes were deployed in the Russian-Ukraine conflict, Israel-Gaza, fake war videos, fake speeches. Deepfakes are everywhere.
It's actually crazy too, because there are people who are going to be okay with it, even if they know they might come across like a deepfake or something and be like, oh, I know that's fake, but I don't care because it's supporting what I generally feel. Right? So that's another problem as well.
People even disagree about which ones are the deepfakes, and it's only getting harder to spot. This photo of Alex Preddy on the ground in Minneapolis, where the details are crisp and clear, it's fake. The next one, also fake. The real version is blurry. But which one did a congressman use? Well, of course, the fake photo. When MSNBC also showed
probably not a good idea to do that.
An image of Alex Preddy to audiences, it was an AI deepfake photo, which made him look more tan, more conventionally attractive.
Whoa.
Just recently,
he's a hot guy.
White House deep.
Well, okay, that was inappropriate. That might have been inappropriate considering what happened to him, but
faked an arrest photo to make a lady seem like she was crying when she was not. When people noticed it, you might expect an apology, but the White House responded instead, the memes will continue.
You know, they don't care anyway. Why would they apologize? All they have to do is create a new controversy. That's the whole point. If they get you talking about how they AI deepfaked a woman's reaction on something. Guess what they get to do next? They get to they get to sweep more for some kind of pedophilia, because that's kind of what it is, right? To some degree, like a lot of the propaganda is to distract you from the whole, like the Epstein files and other, controversial situations.
And I've noticed that's kind of the modern excuse for using propaganda. You'll notice whenever someone's political allies use deepfakes, they'll excuse it as a meme or just a troll, right?
I mean, this Gavin Newsom's so fucking annoying. I really hope that, like, I fucking hate Gavin Newsom. Like if it came down to him versus like some fucking weird Trumper, I'm gonna honestly vote for him because I think I would probably be the lesser of two evils. But I hate how boring he is, because his whole entire thing right now for Gavin Newsom is like, hey, what if I was just doing what Trump did? Great. Well, I fucking hate Trump, so why don't we get some fucking moron doing the same thing Trump's doing? It just bothers the shit out of me. Like, that's his entire strategy, is to just pretend that he's like Trump. It's so fucking boring. And I don't think that Trump is particularly authentic, but this is somehow less authentic. So I really hope someone like James Talarico runs. I would vote for the fuck out of James Talarico. He seems like an honest, normal, genuine guy. But Newsom just triggers the fuck out of me.
Right? But when someone's enemies use deepfakes, it's misinformation. It's inexcusable, right? The video of their opponents getting arrested, oh, that's funny. That's a joke. But the video of their friends getting arrested, that's a call to violence. That's dangerous. Now, personally, I think all of this should be called what it is. It's political propaganda. But don't expect politicians to stop using it, because this is their dream come true. At the press of a button, they can make anything, any narrative seem real. And if people catch them, they can just say, oh, it was a joke. Of course, even if they can't say it's a joke, like this AI-generated ad of a congressman.
I just voted to keep the government shut down. They say it'll hurt farmers, but I wouldn't know. I've only seen a farm on Instagram.
This is ridiculous.
Well, technically, they told you it was AI-generated in the bottom left of the clip.
Yeah, but a lot of people aren't looking at that. Like, especially when you're scrolling on TikTok, like there's things at the bottom that'll show you that, like, it's selling bullshit on their TikTok shop or whatever. I try to actively look for it before I watch the video, but do you think most people are? And you even think that I am every single time? Of course not, dude. Like, your eyes are wandering.
Now, of course, most people aren't going to notice that, but what's most worrying to me is that most people don't seem to care about the use of fully AI-generated propaganda if it suits their bias. In fact, when you tell someone that a video or image is fake, they sometimes will resist it because they actually kind of want it to be true.
Yeah, it just confirms their bias, so they don't care that it's not real. That's one of the problems.
Take, for instance, Joe Rogan.
Have you seen this video?
I haven't seen it. Please play it. I haven't seen it.
Please, Jamie, find that
Tim
video.
Walsh is...
But this is weird.
That was a big mistake.
It's probably a real person. It might not be Tim Walsh. The Trump is AI generated.
No, he slaps his ass.
I mean, that is hilarious.
Oh, it's definitely him.
Wow. You think that look at how, like, low res this video is. This is definitely him, guys. Who? This is a fucking old guy from Up? Who the fuck is this guy? What are you talking about? How do you fall for this?
Trump is AI generated.
No, he slaps his ass.
I mean, that is hilarious.
He slapped his ass. That's what sold it for him. He slapped his ass. That sells it. Yeah, he slapped his ass. It's got to be him.
Oh, it's definitely him.
Oh, that definitely looks like him. I've never seen a computer in my entire life. I've never even heard of the concept of AI in my entire life. I am literally fucking mentally deficient. I have a TBI. I'm Joe Rogan.
This is all 100% real, Jamie. You're a plant by the
Jamie's
government.
compromised, and I'm worried about Jamie, and I'm worried about Grok.
Does it say that it's AI?
I mean, yes.
You say it's AI.
No.
He's such a fucking idiot. This is what I'm talking about, though. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to these situations. Is that, like, they'll see something like Joe Rogan is MAGA. He is on the right. He doesn't push back, even on fucking, RFK about, like, Epstein. He doesn't care. He really doesn't, because then, Trump won't release the fucking client list. Like, why do you think that is, idiot? So Joe Rogan doesn't care. He's completely compromised. So he comes across a video. He already doesn't like Tim Walsh, and he's like, "This is definitely real." It's obviously not. No shit, it's not fucking real. It's definitely real. Then he's being told it's not real, and he's like, well, and then he's giving you excuses. So even if he goes, okay, maybe it's not real, he still doesn't care. The emotions have already set in on him, and he's convinced that, well, it's not real, but he would do that. That's it.
Everybody says
the
it?
The video I played on top says it's AI generated.
Rep Riley Moore fell for an AI generated video of Minnesota governor.
Whoa.
I fell for it too.
Now,
Damn, idiot.
I love this clip because it shows a bias so clearly that we all share. Rogan sees something that's AI generated, he believes it because it already fits something he already kind of believes to be true. But when Jamie tells him he's falling for AI generated propaganda, he resists it until it's so obvious that he admits kind of
He has to overcome his fucking anchor bias.
so why he fell for it in the first place.
And you know why I fell for it?
Yeah.
Because I believe that he's capable of doing something.
that's-
What the dude? It's like I'm a fucking idiot speaker. You guys know empaths and fucking soothsayers? I'm a moron speaker. Like, I can tell what every fucking moron is going to say and think. Like, I have this uncanny ability to fucking detect what like fucking 70 IQ people are gonna do. I swear to fucking God, dude. It's like my fucking magical power. Obviously, it's my magical fucking power. Holy shit. Who the fuck would have thought?
That's his
dumb.
essence.
He's so weird.
Yeah,
So
the reason
weird.
he fell for it.
Guys, it wasn't real, but I still believe it. That's what he's saying. He's saying now he knows the image that it's not real, but emotionally he still believes it. That's something that people need to keep in mind. That's how this fucking AI propaganda bullshit works. It doesn't have to be about facts. It has to be about emotions. And MAGA is incredibly emotional. That is their whole thing, is to be emotional. To the point of defending fucking pedophilia.
For it is because the deepfake already fit Joe's view of the world. And so it bypassed the obvious red flags that would be clear to someone else. And it's the same reason that people on the left would believe a story about Trump's leaked Epstein audio.
Not releasing the Epstein files. Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't care what you do. Start a war. Just don't let them get out. If I go down, I will bring all of you down with me.
Now that's an AI clip that circulated. It's fake. It's also the reason people believed videos about
Were people telling me to watch that a while ago? I think I like bypassed it and I was like, yeah, this is probably not real. This just seems like incredibly fucking just ridiculous. Even if Trump felt that way, I doubt he would ever say that out loud. He's not that stupid.
food stamp entitled moms.
Y'all ain't hear me. They cut my food stamps.
Frankly, I'm surprised that the people who hate poor people on food stamps made this person white. I'm not. Because usually they're all so racist.
I ain't paying for none of this shit. I got babies at home that gotta eat. You think I'm just gonna leave my cart here? Hell no. I ain't paying nothing. I'm walking out with it. Try and stop me.
Whoa.
Now, once again, that's an AI deepfake, but each of those clips fit into a target audience's imagination of what is happening in the world. So it is believed. Even after you might point out to these people that this stuff is fake, many will resist it or fall back on the same reasoning that Rogan gave.
And you know why I fell for it?
Yeah.
Because I believe that he's capable of doing something.
But that's
that
his
dumb.
essence.
He's so weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, is him doing that much of a cuck too? What the fuck, dude? How old is that clip?
Maybe that video was fake, but it's probably something that's already happening anyways. And that instinct is why deepfakes are so dangerous. They let us see and hear what we already expected to. It allows propagandists to further radicalize us into beliefs that we already have. And even if you don't fall for it, the propaganda is still poison because it wears you out. If you see enough of it, you don't bother to learn what the truth is. Who knows what's real anyways? And speaking of that, what's real, let's talk about the real roots of deepfakes.
Hello, handsome. The next section is about deepfake explicit media. Oh, it's about boobies!
You look lonely.
What the fuck? Could you imagine being so desperate you fall for whatever the fuck that is, dude? Looks like a horror character.
I can fix that.
What the fuck is this? It's just what you're jacking off to, dude. What the fuck? Is this what CoffeeZilla jerks it to? What the fuck is this?
Adult media is credited as an early driver of technological change, and deepfakes are no different.
My name is Cecilia D'Anastasio, and I'm a reporter with Bloomberg News.
And specifically, you talk about deepfakes, right? Like the rise of this technology. Can you give me a quick lay of the land of like what has been happening in the last few years?
So we started hearing the word deepfake in around 2017. It was popularized through a subreddit, also called Deepfakes, where people would post sort of face-swapped images of celebrities
I've never seen that before in my fucking goddamn life.
that were intended to be pornographic. That
I've never seen that before in my fucking life, dude. Who would do that?
subreddit got about 100,000 members before it was banned. Even though people weren't able to post deepfakes on that subreddit anymore, demand for the deepfakes and demand for the technology producing those deepfakes only grew.
So it turns out deepfakes originally came from people wanting to digitally undress people without consent, or face swap celebrities into explicit videos.
Is it great? Well, this way you don't have to wait for the fappening. I don't know if you guys remember that, the Jennifer Lawrence and some crazy stuff leaked. Terrible stuff. Terrible that stuff leaked, of course.
Which for the person on the receiving end, to be clear, is an awful experience.
It is incredibly traumatizing to wake up one morning and just see someone on the internet go through your image and decide, I don't want to see you with clothes on. I want to see you in this different way. And just take...
It's terrible. At least it's not actually your body, you know what I mean?
Your agency away. What they're doing is telling these women, you are not a person. You are, to me, this object of desire. And that is a very difficult thing for people to take sitting down.
And unfortunately, these non-consensual deepfakes have become huge online, and for years, there were sort of no laws against them. Now, luckily, Congress finally remembered we can make laws, and the Take It Down Act was created to
Wow, it took him about time. I'm surprised Trump signed it in. Good for him, I guess.
criminalize the non-consensual publication of intimate imagery. Not only that, the Defiance Act is also being pushed, which lets the victim sue the perpetrator. And this has been gathering a lot of public support too.
It's the newest form of victimization happening at scale to your daughters, your sisters.
This is Paris Hilton? What the fuck?
Your friends and neighbors. A staggering 1 in 8 girls today are experiencing the harms of AI-generated deepfake porn.
Yeah, she's right. I mean, ultimately, this stuff is kind of a no-brainer. It should be banned. It should be prosecuted. And that's not even getting into the fact that a lot of the targets of this stuff are not over 18. Deepfakes regularly
what the fuck?
produce CSAM, child exploitation material.
Wasn't there a whole issue? What page was it? Was it Twitter where there was a whole issue with child... AI CSAM going on for a while?
So all of this has finally kind of icked lawmakers enough to start pushing change, which is good. It's the lowest bar. But to be clear, no laws are perfect, and these laws specifically put the burden of finding and reporting this non-consensual imagery onto the victims of it instead of the platforms themselves, which is kind of messed up when you think about it, especially when sometimes...
What does that mean? It means that the victim has to pursue instead of the platform having to be held accountable for it? Interesting. Well, I think isn't there a whole law, and maybe they're talking about getting rid of it, where right now websites that host particular content aren't held responsible. They're like hosts. Even I think YouTube is not held responsible for independent people. They still regulate people to stay advertiser friendly usually, so they can make money. But I'm pretty sure that is a thing, and that would be why you wouldn't be able to go after the actual website for hosting it, right? And then they get into a complicated conversation of well, what happens if we get rid of something like that? Are we kind of cooked? Because then it would significantly reduce the amount of I guess intellectual freedom that a particular platform could engage in when it comes to letting people put up certain content. I think that's a whole thing,
The platforms themselves are creating the imagery or media in the first place. I'm talking about Grok.
In 2025...
Oh, that's a good point. Grok is basically the platform making its own stuff, so that would be the problem. So they should be held accountable.
Grok released what they called spicy mode. Toward the end of the year, users...
They explicitly released a spicy mode? Why? Why would they explicitly do that? That's fucking crazy to me. I know that there are people who know how to finagle stuff and do AI, whatever, undressings or whatever. But why would Grok, which is the face of Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, why would they explicitly create something to allow you to undress girls? Oh, wait, it's because it's a business run by a weird incel white supremacist, incel mentality white supremacist. Of course, that appeals to other terminally online individuals that are completely just socially awkward. I forgot. And antisocial. They engage in incredible amounts of antisocial behavior. That's probably why. And he wants to create, and for those types of people who engage, the young men who engage in or any man who engages in antisocial behavior, they look at women as objects and they think it's kind of cool and base to be able to undress them. And so, of course, that's why Grok would make that. You'd think it would be at the detriment of the company, but nope, most of the consumers are degenerate pieces of shit. So
began utilizing Grok's new spicy mode to turn X into the number
Spicy
one
mode.
deepfake generator across the entire internet, according to our analysis. What happened was that in a 24-hour period early January, we found that Grok had generated 6,700 non-consensual sexualized deepfakes in 1 hour. That was just 1 hour.
What the fuck? Top 5 deepfake websites combined in 79, 6,659 for people on Twitter in an hour. That makes perfect sense. You're making a tool more available to people, and you're leveraging your credibility of Twitter as like a website to say like, hey, this is justifiable. Look at us. We're a big website. You know, if Walmart started selling glasses that allowed you to peer through people's clothing, people would buy them more. If you could only get them on some kind of like a fucking black market or something, they would be less accessible. That's fucking ridiculous.
That's huge. Experts we interviewed said that it was completely unprecedented, and it continued for days.
Yeah, so
Unprecedented. I fucked up. I fucked up like the silly joke. Fuck.
So Grok, who's also owned by the same people who own X, produced 6,700 non-consensual deepfakes in 1 hour, and our laws would require all those affected to manually fill out reports for each of those posts, which is...
Do you think they're actually going to get to that, though? Do you think that they have the infrastructure to look at that and actually take those like claims and be like, oh yeah, that's valid?
Obviously unrealistic. I mean, if you're a billion-dollar company with a spicy deepfake tool, you should be liable for that spicy...
Oh, I have a spicy deepfake tool.
Spicy deepfake tool.
It's my penis. It's not that spicy, though.
And maybe Elon knows that because
I'm a white
eventually
boy.
He capitulated and claimed he was restricting the tool use. Although, like a lot of things Elon says, this has been disputed. Ultimately, though, that's just part of the deepfake story.
I like Hobbyzilla because I like that he speaks in an unbiased way, but he clearly has like a bit of a bias. Like he doesn't even have a bias. It's like, hey, you know, these are people that are MAGA. I'm not going to go hard on them, but I'm going to point out when they're wrong, and they typically are. You know, like he's not hateful towards Joe Rogan, but he's like, yeah, this guy's wrong. Or Elon, he's like, yeah, this guy's wrong. You know what I mean? It's good. I can appreciate it. You know, he's just a guy that's just like very, you know, hard fact based. So I like that about him.
Explicit content, the use of non-consensual imagery. We are trying to ban that. It is imperfect, but ultimately almost all the stakeholders agree it should be banned. It's just a disagreement about how that's in practice going to happen. But the other part of this story is that part of what Grok showed is how much engagement this type of material can generate. And so certain businesses are in a mad scramble to leverage it in a legal way. Maybe you've seen stories of companionship bots. OpenAI is considering a not safe for work mode. Other people are fully deep faking women who don't exist at all.
Bro, I saw a thing where like some fucking dude deep faked himself to look like a girl, but like live in person, not in person, but like live. I don't know why I'm making a distinction. You understand what I'm saying? So like he would make a move and then like whatever it was would make the move too. Could you imagine, dude, fucking just jacking off to a guy? Pretty much every guy on OnlyFans that talks to girls. If you're like some dude, you purchase an OnlyFans, you're talking to a dude that's pretending to be the girl and just getting images from her.
And still others are trying to deepfake someone who does exist, but with their consent, like an OnlyFans agency.
All the marketing content is AI. So obviously why we do this is because we can get the model to create content, but with AI these days and how hyper realistic it is, we can create like unlimited quality content at a few clicks of a finger. So obviously we leverage that and create as much content as possible and splurt it out across every social media platform, which funnels back into OnlyFans, which creates us the revenue, of course. But then there's also guys that I know personally that just do AI created models.
That is he told me he runs.
What the fuck? What? His name is a slur?
Runs an OnlyFans agency.
Okay,
and he said
right.
his customers have no idea that some of the posts are fully AI deepfakes and that sometimes the model doesn't exist at all.
Do the guys who are purchasing this know that it's not real?
No, they don't. Not at all.
How is that possible? Maybe, wait. Maybe you're not giving them enough credit. Maybe they know, they just don't want to know, if that makes sense.
No, I don't think they know, my friends. I don't think they know. The 99% of the people that are scrolling through these reels can't detect that it's AI. So they're still...
I mean, we don't know that. Dude, horny men are desperate and pathetic. Let's be fucking real. And they might know that they may or may not know it's real. They might not want to know it's real. They might not want to break the illusion for them. You know, it's like fucking wrestling, right? You know, they're like for a long time, people are like, no, wrestling is real, even though it's fucking obviously not real. But people, nope, it's real. That's what all this AI fucking porn shit is.
Still subscribing as if it's a real model, which obviously then they subscribe and then they have chatters on the back end, they chat to these people and obviously build relationships. So they're not talking to a real girl, and in fact she doesn't exist. Like, of course with what we do, the girl does exist, but they don't know what their names are, what they look.
You're gonna start seeing a lot of philosophical gooners that are like, what is a person? They're gonna be like, this is actually they interact with me. You know what I mean? We're gonna see a lot of fucking crazy shit in the next fucking 10 years.
Like, or whatever. The girls that we manage don't even go on the OnlyFans profile and they don't check any of the messages. So I mean, it's all fake. It's all fugazi, my friend. I don't know.
That does seem kind of, it's kind of like a weird kind of scam where if the guy actually thinks he's paying to chat with the girl, and none of these guys are actually chatting with any girl.
Chat, do we feel bad for the guys? Do we feel bad for these guys or what?
At best, they're chatting with probably...
Yeah, that's my OnlyFans. She goes to a different school. That's the OnlyFans girls. She's my OnlyFans girlfriend. She doesn't go to the school. She goes to a different one.
A different girl, another man, or at worst, I guess a bot, like just a straight up bot. I guess that's where it's going anyways.
There's no bots that can replicate it as of yet, but I can say that 99% of the chatters are from the Philippines, just chatting to these individuals, building the relationships, and ending up with a lot of money.
Is he saying that he hires a bunch of people from the Philippines? Is that what he's saying?
I want to be honest here. This is a scam. And afterwards, I dug into this guy and I realized he was also selling young men on how to do the same thing.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme.
So to avoid promoting him, I've removed his name from this video. And I want to be clear, he's promoting some very unethical tactics. Like in one group chat, he says you need to get extra creative if you want to rinse your buyers properly, and suggests telling your
what the fuck is rinsing your buyers mean?
Chatters a fake story saying the sick grandmother will print you money. And he sends sample messages of how you can talk about this dead grandmother who doesn't exist and a funeral cost that doesn't exist, all in order to get the person to send the model more money. So it's like really gross and ethically disgusting.
That's crazy. That's fucked up. I feel like if I was somebody who fell for that, and then I found out I fell for it, I would never believe anybody's story again. And I would just be like, "Oh, your grandma's dying. Good." You know what I mean? Like I would just not believe it's happening. You know.
But I found it very telling because I ended up asking about an earlier comment he made where he said deepfake technology is probably bad for society, and yet he uses it. And I wanted to know how he can justify that.
No, I believe it's bad also, even though I'm in the industry. You know, I've been in the industry for 3 years now.
Society at large, you said, oh, this is kind of bad. But
kind of bad, just a little bit.
You're in the industry. So explain your thinking there. Is it like, well, you got to get the bag somehow and it's just all going down anyways. I'm not going to change that.
Yeah, I think it's go get the bag. And I think there's a lot of worse industries out there that you could obviously indulge in to get more money. And I think...
yeah, like what? Because I get it, but you know, there's a difference between selling drugs, which is obviously bad, probably worse, but there's a difference between that and like, hey, this is a drug, here you go, versus like, oh, I'm selling you an idea that's not real, like at all. You know, it's like fake. I don't know.
That is just the way humans are these days. I mean, if you can't beat them, join them and make a lot of money. And
you get them to beat themselves. Their penises with their hands. They jerk their penises off. That's the joke.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Well, if that isn't the slogan of our era, I swear AI was a mistake. No offense, of course.
Really, man? AI? You know Grandma Boy's your problem, right?
No, let's not do this AI defender thing again, please. Come on.
That's interesting. I mean, that's the whole, like, it's the gun or it's the person, you know what I mean? The chicken or the egg. The scammer or the AI, you know? The gun or the shooter. Right? Like, which one is responsible? I mean, both. You create... This is the problem, is that you create scummy shit-fuck tools like AI, and then that becomes normalized. Even if you think it's bad, it becomes normalized, and then people utilize it who don't care about morals. That's what ends up happening. Right? That's the problem.
Well, you're in my bar. I'm not going to stand here and let you blame us while humans caused all your problems.
It is your people, though. I mean, you have to admit. See the video, deepfakes? That's the problem, right? That's your guys.
It's the gun versus the gunman copy. Who prompted all that stuff?
See, look at that.
Well, obviously we did, but we didn't actually make the videos and images.
Aha! So you admit we're not the cause. We just helped you humans see more of what you already were. Horny, lying thieves.
Hey, we lie, we cheat, we jerk off. Am I right, guys?
Calm down. I mean, I'm glad you feel that way about us. So I guess you have no problem then with Grok?
Oh,
making 6,700 non-consensual images. That's cool with you, right? Because it's the effect, not the cause, according to you.
Really? Really? You're gonna bring up Grok. You know what? F you, Coffee. Why don't you have Grok mix your drinks from now on?
No, go ahead. I want to hear you defend it. No, please.
Always bring up Grok.
Why don't you tell me
Grok this, Grok that.
Grok sounds like rock, and I'm gonna throw a rock at Chansey.
Women and kids is fine if you're a robot.
Elon Musk.
I want you to do it. Go on.
All right. I'll defend it. Just, give me a second. Hold on, I gotta put this
Is this his way to do like devil's advocate?
on in. Just 1 second. Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna defend that. Yeah, you got me.
Oh man, for a second there, I was a bit worried. I thought you were gonna.
I had you though, didn't I?
Isn't it crazy how some of the most popular and like creative YouTubers are fucking cringe theater nerds? You know, it really makes you think, like, what the fuck is this? He just had this idea at the end of an incredibly informative video about deepfake porn, to just come up with this whole sketch where he talks to his fucking robot. And it's like, you know, I sit here and I call it, oh, you're cringe. But this guy's super successful and entertaining. And what the fuck am I doing? I'm sitting in Safari Zone right now, desperately trying to get a goddamn Chansey. Like, what am I? You know what? Like, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? You know, if I use a super rod and get Dragonair, I already have Dratini, bro. What the fuck do I need Dragonair for? You drag my balls across his fucking face. You know what I mean?
For a moment, I mean, the two-way stuff was good. I thought that was strong.
Gun not the shooter. I don't know. I thought it was good.
It was good. I believed you for a second there, and then I realized, wait, the non-consensual images. It's a low bar, though. I'm glad we can agree to it.
It is a low bar. It's the Mariana Trench.
It's good.
Time to take a theater class. I couldn't do it. I genuinely could not do a fucking theater class, though, August. I couldn't do it. It's just like, I don't know. I really couldn't do it. A fucking theater class? No, I don't have it in me. It's like one of those things where it's like I know it's fake, and then I would feel self-conscious. I could never encapsulate that world. I couldn't do it. I feel, you know, theater people are just they have a different skill set that I don't understand.
It's a good start.
You know, we can build on this. Maybe we should try something. Maybe you should admit something now.
Okay, go ahead. I'm feeling charitable.
All right. Maybe, just maybe, some of you are definitely horny lying thieves. I mean, can we agree on that?
True.
Okay. You know what? You're right. I think I could admit.
Is it level 26? Okay.
To that, fine. I mean, that is, I guess, why we need the laws in the first place, right?
Oh, you need the laws because you can't control yourselves.
Yeah, we have no self-control. I thought that was obvious.
From abusing our mighty abilities.
Okay, no. I mean, fine, we're agreeing, sure.
Perfect, beautiful. That's good. And people say you've gotten too cynical.
I have, but this is good too. This is good. This is a start.
Wait, are we actually a team now? I don't think I've ever agreed with you on anything.
I'm just here watching this. I'm here watching this, dude.
You know what we are? We are a team. In fact, let's have a drink. Let's toast to that, buddy. Let's do it.
Sure thing, boss.
Is he gonna like poison him or something? Are robots allowed to drink?
Wait, how can I trust you?
The only reason I asked that is because I'm pretty sure most robots are Islamic. I think it's haram to drink.
To not abuse my newfound awesome powers.
Of making drinks? I guess you can't be sure. Maybe you can cut me off. Just not this time, though.
All right, that was a cool video, man. Certainly interesting.